So you're thinking about buying a home in the area and you can't figure out if Cloverdale or Clayton is right for you. Well, Clint and I today are going to break down the differences between the two so you can pick the one that's best for you. Now, to get started, Clint, I'd just like to say I've been selling real estate for over 20 years in the Cloverdale, Clayton, Langley area, so I think I know a thing or two about the area.
Scott, I also have been selling real estate for almost 20 years. And not only have I been selling real estate, I've lived in Cloverdale, Clayton since I was 4 and currently still live in Clayton.
Great points, Clint. You might actually know what you're talking about. All right. Well, the question we always do get asked is, what's the difference between Cloverdale and Clayton? So I'm going to let you know what I like about Cloverdale.
I'll let you know about what I like about Clayton.
All right, well, let's get going. So number one, just so you know where the areas are, Cloverdale is an area just south of Clayton. Clayton's kind of a little bit northeast of there on the map. Back in the day, they used to kind of be considered one area, right? Would you say?
Yeah, they split them up very long time ago. I'm not going to age myself, but I think I was around grade 10.
Wow, okay, this guy does know a lot about the area. So number one, schools, break that down for you. So Cloverdale has got like over a dozen schools. It's got the main secondary school is Lord Tweedsmuir. It's kind of right in the middle of Cloverdale, so it's really convenient no matter where you live in Cloverdale. Every little neighborhood's got a little elementary school, easily walk to. I mean, over in West Cloverdale, I think there was like 3 schools just in that one little area. So it's got really good coverage for schools. How about Clayton?
I actually went to Lord Tweedsmuir, Scott, so I know about that for sure. Back in the day, there was only Lord Tweedsmuir for all of Cloverdale. So again, when I was in about grade 10, we separated and Clayton Secondary evolved. Half my friends went there, half my friends stayed at Tweedsmuir, and now we actually have a second one in Clayton, third one in the overall, which is called Salish.
That's a lot of schools up there in Clayton.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but what about amenities? I mean, Cloverdale really has it all. We've got a newer community center, which opened a few years back. We've got a brand new ice arena, which is going to replace the current Cloverdale ice arena. So that's going to be great for the kids playing hockey and ringette, things like that. We've also got downtown Cloverdale, which is cool. We've done some other videos on downtown Cloverdale. Lots of shopping down there, restaurants, really everything you need is right in Cloverdale. So I don't know if you're going to be able to compete with that.
Well, you're not wrong. They do have all that, but we actually have a new 75,000 square foot community center that's been built on 72nd and kind of 188. Our restaurant and the Timmy, the Starbucks, grocery store, and even the Double Inn, plus obviously a liquor store, is all basically walkable from any part in Clayton. I don't think Cloverdale is that.
You might have me there, a little bit more walkable maybe in Clayton than in Cloverdale. Cloverdale maybe a bit more spread out.
I agree.
But what about parks and outdoor living, that kind of stuff? I mean, Cloverdale, we got the Cloverdale Athletic Park. If you haven't seen this, you've got to check it out. I've done a video and shown some areas, full running track, football fields, soccer fields, tennis courts, water park in the summer for the kids. Bowes Forest Park's another really cool park. It's like an old growth forest with trailways through there. You can walk. I mean, basically, you take a 5-minute drive and you feel like you're in the North Shore Mountains there. So we've got lots of outdoor stuff to do in Cloverdale. So,
we're not in the North Shore Mountains quite that, but again, the walkability for us is the key. They have small little parks kind of spread out throughout Clayton. And lots of dog parks. Everything's very walkable. And if you're looking for, athletic park or sports park, we're very close to Langley. Like 196 is the border of Clayton. And as soon as you go to the other side of 200, which is only 4 blocks away, there's tons of parks for sports fields. We have the Port Kells pool. I know you guys have George Greenaway pool, which is obviously the iconic pool over there. But you know what? It's very comparable, I'd say, to what you guys have.
But if you really want to know tons more about the area, about the Cloverdale, Clayton area, even the surrounding Langley, White Rock areas, things like that, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell down below to make sure you get notified of new videos as they come out, because we're going to be doing lots more of these to educate you guys on what it's like living in the area. So how about the big question, which is what we're all about, real estate, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Cloverdale, I like Cloverdale a lot for real estate. The reason being it's an older area with bigger lots. You've got a lot of big, 7,000, 8,000 square foot lots, some bigger ones. some older homes that have been, well kept, renovated. You've got rancher style homes. You've also got pockets of little newer homes, little newer neighborhoods kind of built in the last, 10 to 20 years. So got a lot of, flexibility there with what you're looking for. It's a great family feel. When I first started in real estate over 20 years ago, Clint, I started in Cloverdale because I felt comfortable there, knocking on doors, doing that kind of marketing and whatnot. And it had a real family feel, kids playing in the streets and whatnot. It still does today. So that's kind of like, the real estate in Cloverdale, which is what I like. How about Clayton? I mean, I don't know if you can compete with that.
Well, again, you're right about everything Cloverdale, and that's where I actually originally grew up, is where you started door knocking. So, that is a great area. I'm not going to disregard that. But Clayton is, I would say, a newer neighborhood. As I told you before, it did start, when I was in grade 10. I don't know what year that was, probably year 2000, I guess, is kind of when Clayton started being built, and we've watched it grow since then. That just used to be fields for when I used to know it. They actually used to make fun of us as kids when I played hockey. Go back to your farms. I'm like, well, Cloverdale's not really all farms, and especially isn't now anyway. But Clayton itself has smaller lots for sure, but we have some things or some product that Cloverdale does not, specifically coach homes. Coach homes are suites that are above the garage, plus this option for a suite in the basement. So 2 rental incomes there. Plus, what you may not know is we still have some undeveloped areas in Clayton on the outskirts where there's actually some acreage properties that you can pick up. So we do actually have homes with big lots. So
there's a lot of options. And I'll correct you on the coach homes. There is one coach home in Cloverdale I know about. It's on 60th Avenue and about 166 right on the corner there. Sold probably 10 years ago. But you're right. I mean, coach homes, I think when they originally came in, City of Surrey delegated Clayton as the area to zone those for. So if you want a coach home, he's got me there. That's Clayton. So.
And one thing to keep in mind when you're talking about coach homes too is when the city did that, they only specifically picked Clayton and a few other regions or locations in Surrey. But now they have taken them all away. There's no more zoning for coach homes anymore. So if you really want one, Clayton's spot.
Now, what about location? I mean, I guess they're kind of both close, so this point might not be super valid, but I mean, Cloverdale's got great access to all the highways. So, Highway 10 to Highway 99 if you're heading into Richmond, Highway 176 up to Highway 1 if you're heading east to Abbotsford or west towards Vancouver. Transportation is the other big thing in the area. I mean, we've got the new SkyTrain line coming right down Fraser Highway, which is a little bit closer to the Clayton side of things, so that might benefit Clayton a little bit more. But both areas are going to benefit huge from the SkyTrain. Anything to add on that, or?
Well, I wouldn't say a little bit closer. It's going to be right beside Clayton here. So the SkyTrain stations are going to be a big hub actually on 184th and Fraser Highway, which is kind of right where Clayton starts. And the other one's going to be in Willowbrook there, right where the old white spot is.
Right by our office here, the old white spot. They're tearing that down. It's been there forever.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to be a little bit closer for sure for the station, and that obviously will give you direct access to Vancouver and even the airport.
Yeah, it's going to be very convenient, that's for sure. Now, if you want to learn more about Cloverdale, Clayton, and the surrounding, Langley, Surrey areas, make sure to download our neighborhood guide, which is in the link below here. That will give you lots more information on the area and what it has to offer. And, although we're kind of tongue-in-cheek joking here about, which is better, I mean, they're both great areas. We both sold homes, almost on every street in both Cloverdale and Clayton over the years, with over, 2,000 homes sold on the team. So we're super experienced. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. So if you'd like a more walkable area with, newer homes, smaller lots, maybe a bit more rental potential, you're gonna like Clayton, like Clint says here. And if you like something with a bit more of a laid back feel, I guess, a little less walkable, but bigger lots, a bit more options for, bigger homes, things like that, Cloverdale might be the better option for you. Now, if you love this video, you'll also love my video which compared Clayton to Willoughby and what the difference is between those two areas, Clayton being in Surrey and Willoughby in Langley. I'll put a link to that video up above here so you can click on that. So if you made it this point in the video, there's a good chance you may want to buy or sell in the Cloverdale, Clayton, Surrey, Langley surrounding areas. If you are, reach out. We've been doing this over 20 years, so rest assured if you choose to work with a Mo Real Estate team, you'll be in very good hands. Just send us an email, info@moteam.ca, or message us on all the social media channels that we're on. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you got some value out of this. We're off to sell some houses.
Take care.
See you later.